with Divine Well TV, a space where your soul work very much matters. Today I'm going to be teaching an amazing lesson, and I'm really excited to teach it actually, because it's a how-to guide on how to survive transitioning into a new career path or changing jobs. Now, I know a lot of people go through this in their lifetime, or they actually spend most of their lifetime avoiding this. So I would like to ask you one question right now. When you wake up, do you feel invigorated? Do you feel alive? Do you feel motivated? Do you feel a surge of energy in your body and you cannot wait to get to work? Do you feel like you are connected on a deeper level and that you are connected with your higher purpose here? Do you feel like you are in a place of meaning, purpose, and that you are just so filling with excitement and just this amazing surge of love for life? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you most definitely are in your soul work, and you should probably stay where you're at. But if you answered no, then possibly you might be needing a change in your life, in your soul work, and you might not even know what soul work means, and you might not know how to go about this. But most people have a tug in their heart, and they do know that they're in a career path that's not serving them, or that doesn't fulfill their soul, or they're feeling like they definitely want to change, and that they're feeling worn down, or they know that this is not right for them. And maybe they want to change career paths, or maybe they just want to change jobs, or maybe they want to sell a business, or maybe they want to go into a whole new field. And this is what life is all about in our soul work. It's all about expansion. So just know that if you're in this place, it's okay and it's all good. So I want to give you some tools, a how-to guide to really deal with these transitions into new jobs or new fields, because the in-between point can be quite painful. So just know that you're not alone and that it can be painful, especially if you're at a place where you're judging yourself. Let's just say you're 50 and you thought you would be in a different place at 50, and you're thinking, I can't change jobs now because I have insurance and I have steady income, or I have a family. And so all of these scenarios are running in your head. Or maybe you just graduated college and you're 25 and you think, hey, I have time, why am I switching now? And you know deep down that this is not something that you thought it would be, and that's okay. So just know that during this transition, it's okay, it's natural, it's normal, and to really embrace this process. And I have been there myself, and so I really love to teach these how-to guides on how to survive the in-between phases, because they can be hard and painful, but this is the thing, it doesn't have to be. It can be actually really easy, and you can approach it with an ease and grace. So I'm going to give you a number one survival tool for going through this. Number one is to allow the process, okay? So if you're trying to block the process, or you don't want to be honest with yourself, and you're saying to yourself, well, no, I guess this is okay, or you're not really living up to your true potential and you're kind of making excuses, but you're blocking the process of what your body is telling you or your mind is telling you, and there are clues like you feel depressed, or you feel uncreative, or you feel unmotivated, you're pushing yourself to do work all the time, it's hard to get out of bed, that's a sign. Or you're developing maybe physical ailments that you didn't have before. Maybe you have heart problems. Maybe you feel like you've become overweight, or you're overeating, or you're just seeing physical manifestations in the body, flu, illness, and so forth. Well, that's going to happen in your body and in your mind if you block the process. So there's no way around it. You cannot block your soul work. Eventually, you will either be faced with it, or you'll know that you missed the bus. So do not miss the bus. So allow the process, allow the emotions, allow the honesty in your life, and allow it to come. Don't block it, okay? Number two is trust yourself more, okay? So don't go back and forth. Don't play the back and forth game. Truly trust yourself during this transition of jobs, career, what have you. Really trust that your body, your mind, your soul knows what it needs. And so if you're going back and forth, Let's say you have a job and then you go to some more interviews and then you make excuses and you stay where you're at, or you're really resisting and you're going back and forth, or you're trying to sell a business and you go back and forth between selling it, not selling it, and all these different things, and you're in your head fighting it, you're going to see a lot of issues and you're going to see the universe completely confused. It's not going to know what to give you, and you're going to make the process much longer. And it's okay if you do that. Don't judge yourself, but it can get quite painful as you keep blocking and going back and forth and not knowing what you want. So I'm here to make this easy for you. So try not to go back and forth if you can help it. Try and allow and trust yourself. If you're not feeling your job, if you're not feeling where you're at, hello, trust yourself. Listen to your internal guidance system because it's there for a reason. Okay, number 3, stop focusing on the possibilities of fear and what you're losing and all of these things and going back and forth in your mind with the fearful thoughts. Focus on the potential amazingness for your life. So focus on that new career path, focus on that new business, focus on that new idea for your highest ideal life, focus on the possibilities for your life, because if you're focusing on the fear and what you're losing and all of these things, you're really going to trip yourself up and you're going to cheat yourself. So you want to be in a complete spiritual opening of manifestation for your soul work here. So you have to be open. You have to be open to your possibilities, and you have to actually create, and you have to do some sort of initiation with creation in your life, okay? Number 4, stop asking other people's opinions. I know that it's so tempting to ask your mother or your sister-in-law and all these people their opinion, but this is the thing, only you know what's right for your life. So if you're asking all these other people their opinions, well, you're going to be disappointed because everyone has their own soul journey and their own opinions, and they take their own stuff with them. So only you know what's best for you. So stop asking other people's opinions because it's really going to bog you down and impede your transition into your soul work or your change into a new job. And so you really don't want to go around asking advice. You really want to trust your internal soul guidance system, okay? All right, so number 5, just know that you have the recipe for the life and the job that you want. So making this transition, let's just say you're not fitting in a job right now and you're feeling very bad about that. Just know that your characteristics, your DNA literally has the recipe to fit in with another job, with another business, with another line of work, and that you have it all right in you. So if you're not fitting into where you're at right now, know that you have the recipe to fit into something else so easy and so effortlessly. And so be okay with it and know that you have the tools in you right now. You don't have to worry about, oh, well, I have to learn another field and how am I going to do this and everything. You have the recipe already in you. How amazing is that? You don't have to worry. Forget that. No, number 6, that you have to let go of the worldly time frames. So to navigate through this transition, if you're always constantly comparing, well, I'm 30 now, geez, well, I'm 35, well, I'm 40, and you're really getting into the worldly time frames of when you should have been doing this or what you missed out on, you're really going to trip up the natural flow of spiritual help and all the divine guidance and in your soul work, it coming to you so easily because we are designed to do this. So if you're always every day thinking, well, I haven't got this done, or I'm only, a starter, a beginning in this, and you're really going back to these worldly time frames, you're really going to impede your creativity. So you don't want to do that. Forget the time frames. Forget that by a certain age you wanted to be X, Y, Z. Forget that completely. It's a waste of time. 7, you have to know your worth. Know your worth outside your job, your soul work. You have to know during this transition that if you are putting all of your emphasis on your worth and your job, and your whole life is your job, you're going to be disappointed no matter what. So this is only a small fraction of who we truly are. So know that your worth is not based on this job anyways, or your career, the next business. I don't care if you're a multimillionaire. That is not all of who you are. We are so expansive in so many different ways, and we're such spiritual beings that if we're placing our worth just on what we can accomplish here, then that's going to be a really disappointing reality, because there's so much more beauty to us than that. It's just amazing how beautiful spiritual beings we are. So don't place your worth on your job anyways. You'll end up disappointed in the long run. There's so much more to life. Lastly, sometimes you have to make that leap of faith, okay? So if you're in that transition and you're really feeling your soul in action where it wants to make a decision, okay, sometimes you have to make that leap of faith, okay? So make that leap of faith if you know right now that your soul work is waiting there for you. And sometimes you have to actually make the decision to do it. You have to make the decision, this is who I want to be, this is where I want to be, this is not fulfilling me, and you have to actually take a leap of faith. And I call it like your spirit in motion, or your soul work in motion. So don't feel like you have to physically just go at it every day. Just know that you're ready to make the changes, and you will have inspired action and take that leap of faith when you are ready and when you feel truly called to do so. Send this video to a friend if you think it will help them. Subscribe here at Divine Well TV. We would love to have you, and we'll see you next time. Be blessed.